Now at 11, harassment investigation.
And he told me to take off my pants, if not I was going to get arrested.
A woman accuses a Hialeah police officer of taking her to the station and asking her to take off her clothes. Tonight, CBS 4 News and our partners at the Miami Herald both confirmed the officer in question is the son of a former South Florida police chief. Good evening, I'm Erica Sargent.
And I'm Rick Folbaum. CBS 4's Oralia Ortega spoke with both the accuser and the officer's family, and she joins us live from the Hialeah Police Department with more. Oralia.
Rick, Erica, this young woman tells us she no longer trusts police officers and she wants this police officer to be held accountable, and she has a lawyer now.
I'm terrified with the police right now.
A 17-year-old Hialeah girl who does not want us showing her face or revealing her identity wants a Hialeah police officer to be held accountable for what she says he did when he took her inside a police substation following a traffic stop.
He starts rubbing on his private part.
The teen and her girlfriend say they were driving near a Hialeah police substation Sunday night when they were pulled over by an officer after they made a U-turn. CBS 4 News and our media partners at El Nuevo Herald have identified that officer as Sergeant Jesus Menocal Jr., the son of former Sweetwater Police Chief Jesus Menocal, who retired last month. According to the couple, Menocal Jr. told the 17-year-old girl to get in the back of his police car, drove her to the police substation, and told her girlfriend to follow them and wait in the parking lot. Once inside, he took her in a room and started asking her a number of private questions.
He asked me if I was a virgin. He asked me how I have intercourse with my girlfriend. I told him I don't know why, I don't think that's important.
But then she says something more terrifying happened.
And he told me to take off my pants, if not I was going to get arrested. And he told me, let me see your behind. He looks at me up and down and he asks me if I was on my menstrual period. I told him, yes, how do you know? And he just said he was just asking me a simple question.
After that, she says she had her shorts back on, and Menocal Jr. asked her to show him her tattoos.
And then he tells me to take off my shirt and my bra together. I told him, this is insane, this is not necessary, I don't want to, I don't need to. I told him, this is insane, this is not necessary.
After this, she says he released her and she went outside to the parking lot where her worried girlfriend was waiting. The two immediately calling in to report the alleged incident. We paid a visit to the home of Menocal's father, and this woman, who identified herself as Menocal Jr.'s grandmother, came to her grandson's defense. She says he's an exceptional person, and as a police officer, he's Officer of the Month. This will all get cleared up. And the Hialeah Police Department did make the following comment in regards to the allegations that read in part, quote, very serious allegations were made which require a methodical, detailed, and thorough examination of all statements and evidence, end quote. We did reach out to the police department to figure out where the investigation stands, as well as that officer's employment status, and we have not heard back. Reporting live in Hialeah, Oralia Ortega, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Oralia, thank you very much.
Hialeah cop accused of forcing teen to strip never punished, back on patrol. Jerry Ionelli, October 3, 2017, 8:30 a.m. In June 2015, a 17-year-old girl told multiple news outlets that Hialeah Police Sergeant Jesus Jesse Menocal Jr. threatened to sexually assault her while he was on duty. The teen told multiple TV stations that Menocal arrested her for making an illegal U-turn, cornered her in a Hialeah police station, and demanded she remove her bra and shorts or she was going to get arrested. The teen told CBS Miami that Menocal rubbed his genitals through his uniform while making his demands and asked if the teen was a virgin. The girl, who wasn't named due to her age and the nature of the allegations, said Menocal ultimately released her after she took her shorts off. Hialeah police told reporters that Menocal had been suspended with pay as of June 14, 2015, the day the department received a complaint about the incident. But Hialeah police spokesperson Carl Zogby now tells New Times that Menocal was never suspended and, after a stint supervising the police academy, is now back on patrol. That's despite the fact that 2 years later, Hialeah's Internal Affairs Department still hasn't closed an investigation into the teen's disturbing allegations. Sergeant Menokal was never suspended, but the IA case is not closed, thereby not available for public records release yet, Zogby says via email. He is back on patrol, and that is an operational needs decision. It's unclear why Hialeah PD initially said the cop had been suspended. In fact, Zogby himself told CBS Miami in 2015 that the officer had been taken off duty. CBS also reported that the department confiscated Menokal's gun and towed his cruiser. But this past Monday, Zogby said any news reports claiming Menokal was suspended were inaccurate. There was no suspension that I am aware of, Zogby said via phone yesterday afternoon. Zogby did not respond to multiple follow-up messages about his own contradictory statements in 2015. Given that the so-called IA investigation into Menokal's conduct has now stretched for more than 2 years, it would be extremely difficult for the department to punish him even if investigators determined the girl was telling the truth. Under the Florida Law Enforcement Officers' Bill of Rights, if an IA probe takes longer than 180 days to complete, the officer in question cannot be punished. The incident also raises questions as to why Miami-Dade County State Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rundle, who regularly lets police misconduct cases stretch out for years, has not charged Menokal with a crime for his alleged actions. Hialeah police said they were sharing information about the case with Rundle's office 2 years ago. In 2015, when he was accused, Menokal was a SWAT officer. In an interview with CBS, the teen claimed Menokal put her in the back of his cruiser and drove her to a nearby police station. He asked her girlfriend to follow the cruiser in her own car. Menokal then allegedly walked the victim into the police station and locked the teen in a room with him alone. He asked me if I was a virgin, the alleged victim told CBS. He asked me how I have intercourse with my girlfriend. I told him I don't know. Why? I don't think that's important. The teen said Menokal then demanded she take off her pants or face arrest. He also allegedly asked to see her behind and if she was on her period. After she put her shorts back on, Menokal asked to see her tattoos. And, she claimed, he demanded she take her top off. And he tells me to take off my shirt and my bra together, she told CBS. I told him this is insane. This is unnecessary. I don't want to. I don't need to. I don't want to. He told me, oh, I thought you wanted to have intercourse with me. After that, Menokal relented and let her go, she said. Her girlfriend was waiting outside in the car. The pair said they immediately called the department to complain. Zogby confirmed via phone that Internal Affairs is still investigating that complaint more than 2 years later. In the meantime, Menokal is back on patrol with a gun and a badge. Menokal is the son of former Sweetwater Police Chief Jesus Menokal Sr. The elder Menokal applied to be a City of Miami cop during the mid-80s cocaine wave but was disqualified after getting caught in a 1984 investigation allegedly agreeing to become a cocaine trafficker's bodyguard, as well as plotting a drug heist. Menokal Sr. denied those charges. Menokal Sr. wasn't even the person police were investigating at the time. Cops were actually looking into Menokal Sr.'s brother Ignacio, who also allegedly had loose ties to the criminal underworld. Despite those concerns, the Florida Department of Corrections hired Menokal Sr. later that year. Then, in 1986, Sweetwater Police hired him, and later his brother Ignacio, and he remained with that department for decades. He rose through the ranks to become chief in 2013 before resigning 2 years later. If you like this story, consider signing up for our email newsletters. Show me how. But while Menokal Sr. was chief in Sweetwater, the FBI says he reigned over one of the most corrupt police departments in Florida. Earlier this year, federal investigators unsealed a wave of indictments against Sweetwater cops, who were accused of, among other things, stealing iPads, TVs, and a truck from one man, beating a suspected thief for hours inside a police station, and waterboarding a man for hours until he falsely confessed to a burglary. The FBI's probe began under Menokal Sr.'s predecessor, Chief Roberto Fulguera, but continued until after Menokal Sr. resigned. As for Hialeah PD, the revelation that the department still hasn't closed its investigation into Menokal Jr. is sure to raise concerns. In 2015, an Associated Press investigation into sexual assault by police officers found that thousands of cops have lost their badges after using their status to sexually assault citizens. The AP reported that more than 1,000 cops lost their badges in a 6-year period for crimes including rape, sodomy, sex assault, child pornography, harassment, consensual sex on duty, and propositioning victims. It's happening probably in every law enforcement agency across the country, Sarasota Police Chief Bernadette DiPino, who studied the problem for the International Association of Chiefs of Police, told the AP it's so underreported, and people are scared that if they call and complain about a police officer, they think every other police officer is going to be then out to get them.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I'd like to thank you for all your years of support through the years. As a result, this channel has grown and allowed me an equity partnership in carmarshal.com. Please take the time to check them out. They help you buy and sell your next car, even have a negotiating tool to save you from the hassle of haggling with multiple dealers. The link is in the description below. Please click and help support and give if you can too through PayPal or Patreon. Thanks again.